Hello guys, I hope all of you are fine. In today's video we will be discussing about the application of pumping lemma. Normally in various internet resources and various books it is written that you have to check whether the language is regular or not, you use pumping lemma, but actually it is used for non-regular languages. It means the biggest application is it checks language is non-regular or not. It basically checks the language whether it is non-regular or not. So it means it will not check the language is regular or not. It's for non-regular languages, I repeat. Now there are three basic steps that we basically prove the language is non-regular. The first step is that we have to assume that it is a regular language, because we are going to prove it vice versa after the third step also. First step is we have to assume language is regular. If the language is regular, there will be a string. Let's say I assume that that string is W, that belongs to this particular language, okay, and W is a string that belongs to a language, and any string is accepted by n number of states. So n is the number of states, and importantly guys, the string length, we assume, this is first thing that you need to take care of. Second important step is consider W, and I'm basically dividing this W into three parts: X, Y and Z. Obviously the string, if it is high number of input symbols in the string, I'm dividing that string actually into three parts. So in three parts it is denoted as X, Y and Z. We have to see this, that X, Y should be less than n. The length of X, Y should be less than n, the number of states. We don't know the number of states, so obviously we are putting it as n as such. And secondly, important thing is Y length should be greater than 0. This is very important. Fine. So this is my second assumption in this particular case. And the third is, guys, it's very simple. If you are using this particular scenario and your W is divided into X, Y and Z, so there are some states which can be called again and again. It means there are recursive loops placed on those particular states. Let's say I want to accept 5 A's, right? So I can easily use Q0, 1A from this side, Q1, let's say 3 A's from this side and 1A from this side. So technically I didn't need to use that particular part. You know that this A and 3 A's and this A, this can work out well. The point is, the point in this scenario is that if you have to accept 500 letters, so obviously you will use some of the states as a recursive loop. So that's why I'm going to consider W as X, Y power I and Z. Guys, it's very important. The I value is greater than equal to 0. I value is greater than equal to 0. This actually suggests that you are basically putting all the recursive loops with Y, and we have to make sure that if it doesn't belong to a language, it means this our assumption is false. So x, y power I and z, we have to basically assume that we have a string and which is represented as x, y power I, z, and if that x, y power I and z doesn't belongs to this language, it means the assumption that we have made is entirely wrong, and we can continue with the next part. Fine. So that is what the application of pumping lemma is all about, and we'll take one example, we'll take 2 or 3 examples and prove that the language is non-regular. So the first example that comes into my mind is we have to prove a power n, b power n, n greater than equal to 0 is non-regular. Clearly we know that finite automata cannot be made for this. So how we are going to prove that this is non-regular? First thing, I assume a string. I am taking w as, because an, bn can give us ab. It can give us as null because n value is 0. It can give us ab, it can give us double a, double b, it can give us triple a, triple b. So I am considering this string, triple a and triple b, right? First thing is that assume language is regular. So we are assuming that, and we are taking w value as triple a, triple b. Fine. This is my first assumption, and assume that w will be less than n, less than equal to number of states which are going to be used. We assume this thing. Although this n has no rule, but we will assume this part. Second important part is we have taken w as triple a, triple b, divide them into certain scenarios. I am taking this as x, this as y, and this as z, because y value, guys, is greater than 0 always. So that's why I am putting this particular scenario. And over here we have taken this particular scenario with x, y and z, and y value it is 0. That's why I am taking it as double a. Double means y length. Y length is now 2, which is obviously greater than 0. Then third part is we have to assume that x, y power I and z doesn't belong to a language. We have to basically check whether this is belonging to a language or not. So I am taking a value of a and triple b. This is power of I, which is greater than equal to 0. I cannot put it as 0. Why? Because that would mean y length is 0. That cannot be done. So I am taking I value as, and if that doesn't belong to a language, it means the assumption is wrong. So I am writing I value as 1. I will get a power 1 and triple b. So if 1 is a power of a, so it means 1 time it is appearing. So I will get triple a, triple b, which is definitely belonging to this language. For this string it is working fine. But let's try x, y power I and z as a power of 2 and bb. Now earlier I cannot put I value as 0 because that would mean y value becomes, y length is 0, cannot be done. So I am rather taking the value of y as 2. So definitely I can take I value as 2, I is greater than equal to 0. So I value, if it is taken as 2, it means 1a, 2 occurrences of double a and triple b. Guys, just check this thing, 1a, second a, third a, fourth a, fifth a, and 3 b's. It means it is a5 and b3. Will it belong to language? The language was a power n and b power n. If I have 4 a's, I must have 4 b's. If I have 5 a's, I must have 5 b's. But over here I have 5 a's, but I have 3 b's. It cannot belong to this language. Hence the language is a non-regular. Why? Because we assumed it is regular, but it was proven vice versa. So this is a non-regular language, and that is your entire scenario of pumping lemma. We can take one more example with power n square. Example number 2, and a power n square, n is greater than 0. We have to prove that the language is non-regular. So guys, how will we check that the language is non-regular? We will just try to create strings. If n value is greater than 0, so it means n value can be 1. If 1 can be put up, a1 square would be a1, it can be a2 square, a3 square, so on. It can be 4 a's, 9 a's, so much. So I'll take this string as first assumption. Assume language is regular, that we have assumed. We are taking w as 4 a's over here. Fine. Second assumption is split w into 3 parts. This is x, I am taking this as y and taking this as z, such that x, y should be less than n. Obviously they are less than n, they will be less than n, and y value is greater than 0, because obviously because you are putting a recursion or you are putting a loop on some variable, that variable must have some value. That we have taken. Third, we have to assume x, y, I. We have to not assume, we have to check and we have to prove that this should not belong to a particular language. So I am taking this a and a power I and 2 a's. So clearly if I put I value as 1, because I value is greater than equal to 0, if I put I value is 1, right, so over here I will get a, which is definitely belonging to a language, but I am putting I value as 2 over here. So it means I will have a power 2 and 2 a's. So I will have a 2 times a and a. Guys, just check whether it is belonging to a language or not. We have got 3 a's and 2 a's over here. Obviously it never belongs to a language. Why? Because language can contain a power 2 square, a power 3 square, but a power 5 is not a power 2 square or a power 3 square. Hence the assumption that we have done is also wrong. So this is clearly a non-regular language. Fine. So in these ways you can prove the language is non-regular. Don't have this kind of misconception that it is used to prove the language is regular or not. It is actually used to prove the language is non-regular. So if you like this video, kindly if you like this video, you just kindly put all the like, comments, and if you can put comment, you can share, and obviously we need to reach maximum people. Kindly like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much.